Hello everyone, my name is Gene Xian.
Hi, I'm Esther. Today we are going to talk about the theories of diplomacy and international relations, which are
Constructivism,
Marxism, and Liberalism.
Nicholas Greenwood Onuf was the first person who developed the constructivist theory in international relations. The constructivist theory basically focuses on the historically and socially constructed character of international relations. There are three main focuses in this theory, which are challenging realism, identities and interests, and the norm. Constructivist theory emphasizes the meanings that are assigned to material objects rather than the mere existence of the object themselves. For example, a nuclear weapon in the United Kingdom and a nuclear weapon in North Korea may be materially identical, but they possess radically different meanings for the United States. Norms, identities, and ideas are the key factors in constructivist theory. Constructivism theory emphasizes the importance of non-material power, which is culture, ideas, language, knowledge, and ideology, as well as the material power, because both of these power may build the world order. First, the actor's behavior is influenced by the additional forces. Second, the intersubjectivity is created from the interactions among actors, which constitutes their identities. The neorealists are skeptical about importance that the constructivists attach to the norms. Second, the states face anarchy as a problem that is not sufficiently analyzed by the constructivists. Constructivism is being widely recognized in today's era as more and more states and individuals believe that the creation of human beings is rather a philosophical and conceptual kind than material or physical kind. Constructivists argue that agency and structure are mutually constituted, which implies that structures influence agency and the agency influence structures. For example, the actors of European Union have been greatly influenced by constructivists, in which they believe humans do not exist independently from the social situation one finds themselves, but rather being influenced by the social setting and the creator of it as human construct the social reality. Thus, legitimate action will only be carried out based on the socially constructed nature of actors and their identities and interests. To understand world politics under the effect of globalization, constructivism offers an idea that social structures are extraordinarily difficult to change once created, in which the international system is an intersubjective awareness among people and is constituted by ideas and not by material forces. Thus, the changes of world politics is an evolution of ideas, thoughts, and cooperation among states and the actors over time, which is greatly related to current global situations and beliefs.
Marxism was developed by the German radical philosopher and economist Karl Heinrich Marx, with important contributions from his friend and also collaborator Friedrich Engels in the mid-19th century. Marxism originally consists of three related ideas: a philosophical anthropology, a theory of history, and an economic and political program. The main key characteristic of Marxism is classless society, where workers were appreciated and worked to benefit the common good, and is believed to be the end goal of all thoughts. Marx believed that the capitalist system inherently contained the seeds of his own destruction. The rebellion of the working class against the bourgeoisie and eventually taking control of the means of production is predictable under Marxism, as the foundations of capitalist relations are the isolation and manipulation of the proletariat. First, Marxism seems to create a system of true equality, in which its main focus is on human rights, such as gender roles, healthcare, and access to education. Marxism also considers the society as a whole, as Marx argued that the inquiry of dividing the world into different areas is both inconsistent and unenlightening. Cuba is an example that has a mostly state-run economy, including a national healthcare program, government-sponsored education free for its citizens at all levels, which means to compensate for the low salaries of Cuba workers to make them better off than their international counterparts in many other countries. First, Marxism will lead to the limitation of entrepreneurship as everyone will work for the government and the opportunity to be an entrepreneur, freelancer, or sole business owner will be restricted. For example, China policies have allowed entrepreneurs and investors to take profits but within the controls of the state, thus allowed the country to embark on fast-paced economic growth. Second, Marxism also tends to abolish religion, as freedom is achieved individually but not in a way that is organized, because religion proposes a group of people to apply a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems, and ultimately place one group in a superior role over others, such as pastor in Christianity, which goes against the equality principle of Marxism. Marxism, to a certain degree, influenced today's diplomacy and international relations, which can be seen from the diversity of various job opportunities and equal chances of education. Most states have considered themselves practicing socialism by developing universal access to healthcare, education, and a minimum wage as a means of providing for the people and the states. Marxism uses materialist methodology, which later better known as historical materialism, to analyze the fundamental causes of societal developments and changes from the perspective of the collective ways in which humans make their living, have very much helped us to think beyond what globalization affects the world politics today in different aspects.
Philosopher John Locke is believed to be the founder of liberalism as a distinct tradition. The word liberal is derived from the Latin word liber, which means free man. The central idea of this theory is freedom or liberty. In this theory, there are three interrelated principles: rejection of power politics, the mutual benefits or international cooperation, implementation of international governmental organization (IGOs) and non-governmental organization (NGOs). The main feature in liberalism theory is that they believe the IGOs and NGOs play an important role in cooperation within countries and globally. Besides, the West's preoccupation with individuality. Liberalism is the culmination of developments in Western society that emphasize on the sense of importance of human individuality. Last but not least, liberalism derived from the practice of adversariality in European political and economic life. It can be considered as the process of institutionalized competition that may generate a dynamic social order. Next, what are the strengths and weaknesses of liberalism? The belief in international cooperation as a way to create global harmony. In this context, liberalism emphasizes the cooperation among states and countries, which aims to bring harmony and peace globally. For example, creation of United Nations, which tries to peacefully sort out countries' disputes as they try to promote liberalism. Second, the preservation of individual liberty, as they fight for the freedom of speech as well as the freedom to trade. While the weaknesses of liberalism is the concept of Western democracy spread widely to other countries, which other countries may not accept or adopt, as liberalism emphasizes the Western value, for example, the democracy, free speech, and equality. Second, the liberal institutionalism. Many countries see the benefits of joining the European Union, such as the freedom to access European trade markets, and they can expand their economy. But in these cases, they need to take the risk and give up on their national sovereignty. No doubt, liberalism that focuses on democracy and international cooperation brings a system where it can bring harmony and peace globally. This ensures the states and countries can work together with mutual benefit and also beneficial economic opportunities. Other than this, we can see liberalism preserves individuality, most importantly, the freedom of speech, which we can see nowadays. Globalization affects our world in the aspect of politics and economics. Liberalism, which emphasizes the international cooperation, and it is deeply embedded in the structure of modern politics and economics. People can easily observe and see how globalizations happen.
We hope this video has helped you to have a better understanding about their origin, instruments of influence, characteristic, strengths and weakness, significance, and also how these theories help us to understand the globalization of world politics.